Okay. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. I guess that's okay.
Okay. I'm running.
Hello there, this is Mark White down here at AFN Berlin, the Great 88, and we've got a special record show for you today on bouncing in Bavaria. Whoops.
Wrong one.
Wrong station.
Frolic at 5.
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay, again.
Take 2. Hello there, this is Mark White down here at AFN Berlin, the Great 88, and we've got a special request for all the guys over there at McNair Barracks at the 6th United States Infantry Regiment. This is Frolic at 5, and we're getting underway today with a thing called, by Harry James, the 920 Special, just for you guys over there at Alligator Farm.
Okay.
Something like Mark White back with you now.
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
okay, yeah, good.
Okay, I'm running.
Another one from Harry James.
Okay, we're back again right here on the Mark White Show at, this is AFN Berlin, the Great 88. We've got something especially for the gang out there in Potsdam, the Bill Haley Fan Club. They've written us and they want to hear something by that famous Bill Haley combo. It's called Rock Around the Clock, here at AFN Berlin's Frolic at 5. Okay, guys, go!
Okay, I'm running.
Okay, that was Harry James, Helen Forrest, the big band, and I'm beginning to see the light. And now for the gang out there in Potsdam who write to AFN Berlin just about every other week. The Bill Haley Fan Club at Potsdam, this is one just for you guys. It's called Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley for Potsdam.
Da bist du im Bild.
Da hier bin ich im Bild. Ne?
Okay, I'm running.
Okay, this is Mark White down here at AFN Berlin's Frolic at 5. We got a special request now for Glenn Miller. And this is for the gang that just love jazz down at the old Badavana. Remember the Badavana down there in Nürnberger Strasse? Well, this is for George Hudak and all the gang, all the guys that used to come down and jam down at the Badavana. This is Glenn Miller and his famous In the Mood.
Das ist leider eine U-Bahn.
Yeah.
On and up. Just like that?
Yeah.
Say action.
And down. And one hand out, please. On, yeah. Okay. Action. Okay, action.
Of course, they are black. They are not.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, Jesus, 1 second. Oh.
Lassen wir das ruhig mal ein bisschen einschalten, ein bisschen länger lassen. Und aus.
And you put it off.
Okay, thanks.
It's all.
I've got to,
How you doing? I'm Mark White. Who are you? You're Jennifer Black. I hear you on the air all the time. You do the weather, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good weather girl.
Thank you.
You should be on the screen.
You do. It'd be floating up at the top of the screen. You'd be like, ooh,
Hi.
boom, boom, boom. Like, go away, go. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's things going? Thank you for your help. Huh?
No,
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Roy? You got a minute? How you doing? All right. Who's the poker game? This guy wants to see you on television.
Is that right?
Yeah, he wants to make you a star.
Me?
You're going to be a big star.
I hope so. It's the second time somebody's come to my office with a camera.
Uh-oh. Hi, Greg. I think we're ready. Okay. They're ready. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Sergeant Anderson. Oops. Saw you on the news last night.
thank you.
Come on up. Be on the camera here.
Let me finish this.
Oh, okay. Here's Frau Lehmann. Hello, Helga. Hello. How are you?
Find yourself.
Good. Do. And your name is?
Udo Junkens.
Udo Junkens.
Ja, ik heb in
Goed, you can speak in German.
ja,
Ja,
Deutsch, ja.
Deutsch, ja.
Ich habe ihn mal aus Potsdam geschrieben.
Potsdam.
Ich bin ein langer Fan, also ein langjähriger Fan von EFN.
Ja.
Ich kann mich noch entsinnen an Ihre Sendung in den 50er Jahren. Open House.
Ja, natürlich. Ja.
Von 10 nach 12 bis 1, ja?
Ja, mit der Wetterbericht, mit Herr Klein.
Ja, ja.
Yeah, those were good old days.
Ja,
So what are you doing now?
Ja, ich bin im Altersübergang, sagt man in Deutsch.
Very good.
Ich bin aus Potsdam. Wir hatten die aus Potsdam, nicht?
Yeah.
Aus dem Osten
Then we just
damals.
got through, there's a Bill Haley fan club in Potsdam. There was a Bill Haley fan club.
Ja?
Yeah.
Nee, weiß ich nicht.
Well, who are your
Kenn ich-
favorite singers and bands? Who do you like?
Ja, The Big Bands.
Tommy Dorsey, Glenn Miller,
Sinatra. Ja,
Frank
Basie.
Sinatra, Count Basie.
Basie Sinatra. Ja, zum Beispiel. Sie sind ja jetzt hier im JFK, ne?
Ja.
Ja, und da
Every Sunday night.
kommt endlich mal die Musik, die mir gefällt. Ja.
Oh, that's great.
Ja.
That's good. Well, that's why we're here, to try to bring the people a little bit of the big bands and the music that you don't hear
You are
anymore
a Kenton
on
fan.
radio.
Ich bin ein
Yeah, I am
Kenton-Fan.
a
Ich
Kenton
weiß es.
fan, yeah,
Ich
since
weiß es.
1947
Ja.
in Munich. Yeah, I always played Stan Kenton. Eager Beaver, Southern Scandal, Intermission Riff,
Ja,
all those
und
good ones.
Kenton und Herman, ne?
And Herman too,
Ja,
Woody
ja.
Herman. It's been good seeing you.
The Anniversary von 1976, nicht?
Ja.
Konzert
Yeah,
von Herman.
that's right. Yeah.
Da hatten Sie eine Sendung im EFN, montags 2 Stunden immer.
Yeah, the big
In den
bands.
80ern, nicht?
Yeah, the
Das
big
war noch
bands.
die Zeit, wo man
78
sagte,
to 81, 82. Somewhere.
EFN, the Bear, the Best and You.
That's
ne?
right. The bear and the best. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
See EFN TV?
Okay, action.
Hello, Greg.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Where's the poker game?
I don't.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome.
Well, it's
Been a little while, I guess.
old hometown.
Yeah.
Coming back.
No, we were just talking about, because it's getting to be the last days of AFN Berlin. I'm really glad you stopped by because it gives us a chance to kind of talk a little bit about
Reminisce.
what's going on and what has gone on. And of course, in the middle of July, we'll be shutting off the station, and
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and it all sort of ends for our local stuff here, and then we'll continue to broadcast the Frankfurt signal until September, and then we'll finally shut off in probably the middle of September.
Yeah.
It'll be all over with.
It's going to be a very sad day.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about when you first got here at AFN and what it was like.
Excuse me, gentlemen, can we repeat this when we are with the camera on it? It was a very sad.
All right. So which part do we want in 5/4?
It must be a sad day. You just told
Oh, yeah.
we closed down and things like that, and Mark said.
Okay, so it's about the last days of AFN. Okay, so See, Mark, I'm really glad you stopped by because we're getting into our last days of AFN here in Berlin.
It's going to be a very sad day when you go off the air.
Yeah, it is. We're going to probably turn off the local programs here in the 15th of July,
Yeah.
around the middle of July. And then we'll continue on with the Frankfurt signal until September, probably about the middle of September. And then finally, at the end, of course, it'll all just go. It'll all be finished. But I'm kind of glad you stopped by because we're sort of getting into this historical and nostalgic time here. And let me talk a little bit about when you first got to Berlin. What that
Well,
was
you know,
like.
1952, when I first came up here, we had the old villa over on Bad Bielski Alley.
Right.
And you were there too with us. And it was a beautiful, I think it was 25 stories.
Yeah.
It was about 25 rooms. And on the first floor we had all the studios and the second floor the offices. And we had some great times. We had a lot of people, celebrities stop by, and all kinds of fun.
Who are some of the people that you remember stopping by at AFN?
Well, let's see, we had Bob Cummings come in with his hula skirt,
Mm.
and his wife and his two children, Richard Widmark. Let me see, there was Bill Holden. We did a thing with Olivia de Havilland, she came by. Oh, there were so many. Ed Sullivan, the old master of ceremonies, came in.
Who was one of your favorites? If you had to, I mean, I know that's not a good question to ask you, but if you had to pick out one person that you had an interview with, who would you say was the best that you had done?
Well, I think Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, really?
Bob Hope was so easy. You know, Greg, the riffraff, not that we were riffraffed or anything, but, you know, they have all of their managers, they have their echelons, and it's great.
Yeah. One of the ones I remember is, a couple that I remember was one time you and I went down and we did Liza Minnelli and Wayne Newton for UNICEF. That was quite a few years ago. But you're right, you meet these people and over and over. The late Johnny Ray was another one that we did an interview with, which was quite interesting.
Mr. Cry.
And Mel Brooks and
I turned the tape on, he never stopped talking.
I mean, it's just amazing. Sometimes you do these interviews.
You've heard
Welcome
Greg
to
on here
AFN.
many times, Greg Foss.
The rock and roll revival. And,
Rock and roll,
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s, yeah. So all is almost fertig here, the AFN, ja.
Ja, schade.
Wie war denn das in Potsdam eigentlich, Rock'n'Roll zu hören vom AFN? Gab es da irgendwie Beschränkungen? Durfte man das überhaupt?
Ach, durfte. Das wurde eben gemacht, nicht? Und das war so, das lief sogar in den Betrieben. Ich meine, da gab es dann, wenn dann mal jemand durchkam, dann, die sagten dann, also macht mal hier einen anderen Sender rein, und wenn der weg war, dann lief es weiter. Ne?
In welcher
Das
Zeit
war's.
war das?
Na, in den 50er Jahren hauptsächlich. Das war eigentlich die große Zeit mit dem EFN, weil ja da in den deutschen Rundfunk noch gar nichts lief. Nicht? Da war ja die einzige Schlagersendung war Schlager der Woche beim Rias, ansonsten war nichts. Ne? Eben nur EFN. Denn, ne?
Können Sie noch mal nur so als Statement ganz kurz, in unserem Potsdamer Betrieb, was war das für ein Betrieb, wo Sie gearbeitet haben?
Landtechnik.
Ah ja, möchtest du noch mal sagen, einfach in unserem Potsdamer Betrieb Landtechnik haben wir immer AFN gehört, so in der Sache einfach mal anfangen.
Ja, naja, nicht immer. Nicht? Das hängt noch von den Leuten ab, die eben gerade da waren in so einer Werkstatt. Ne? Aber wenn eben am Radio gedreht wurde, dann lief auch eben manchmal der EFN dann drin. Ne?
Nee, nur dass Sie mal anfangen und sagen, in unserem Potsdamer, dass man weiß, Sie sind aus
Ach so.
Potsdam.
Ja. Ja, in unserem Potsdamer Betrieb wurde auch EFN gehört.
Und was sagten die Mitarbeiter dazu oder Stasi oder sowas?
Auch nach Stasi. Das war, jeder Betrieb hatte ja so eine Parteigruppe. Ne? Und naja, wenn die natürlich kamen, dann haben die gesagt, einen anderen Sender mal rein. Ne?
War ja der
Was hört ihr denn
Klassen-
hier? Der Klassenfeind. Nicht? Obwohl beim EFN nicht so kriminell war, das hat ja, weil das eben eine andere Sprache war. Ne? Noch giftiger waren sie auf den Rias, ne? Wenn der lief.
Okay, gut, danke.
Dankeschön.
Ja, bitte. Swinger.
Okay, that's a swinger. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Keep
Bye-bye.
swinging.
Ja.
It's great, man. It's lucky. Usually you get tears.
That's never happened.
Really?
Somebody comes in on a tour.
Yeah. It's amazing.
This is your newsman.
Yeah, well, they're back in the, they're getting ready to do the thing. You wanted a picture here?
Yeah.
AFN Europe. you doing, Greg?
Good, Mark. Nice to see you.
Good, good.
We're gonna meet each other coming and going.
Okay. So, dann gehen wir jetzt zu den News.
What time do they take the news?
Well, hopefully they're still taking. They said about 3:30, so. Oh, yeah. This carpeting, you know, we put this in a... Oops. We still doing the news?
Editing.
Is nobody still in the studio?
Oh, you guys were
Yeah, we wanted to tape some.
record it? To record that?
Well, they wanted to see him doing the newscast, if possible.
We can have a...
Hello?
How you
Sam
doing?
still dressed?
No,
Who did the news?
Hank. Let me see if I can get him
Call
back
down
here.
there, see if you just come down and just do a couple things for us.
Sergeant Benitez! Hank? Sergeant Benitez, can you come down to the television production control room, please? Sergeant Benitez. I think he's in a super tank. Put on your coat.
And that's Stan and Olga are still with us, and of course we've got a lot of new people too.
Yeah.
But that just sort of changes with the military.
Tremendous equipment. Everything works.
Everything works.
Everything
is in
works.
good shape.
It's fantastic.
And when it doesn't work, they fix it.
Thanks to Herr Kroner and his
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, it's good. It's good people.
Yeah.
I'll just turn on the overheads here. Okay. Mark, I don't know if you ever met Hank Benitez.
Met him at lunch one day over at the club.
Mark White was former program director here at AFN
Hank.
Berlin, and
Enjoy your show very much every night.
Thanks.
we're kind of checking. Hank, of course, does the evening newscast on television, and he also works in our news department covering the stories in Berlin. He's been with us almost 3 years now, and so it's quite a time. He's getting ready to go to Heidelberg. He's going to be going to Heidelberg,
Can't wait.
and so it'll be a little bit different.
AFN Heidelberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, brand new facility.
Got his new German Schützenschnur.
Yeah, I saw that.
That one is very
Beautiful.
different because it's a Navy. It's the Marine. one.
Marine/Navy
You were down south for a while, weren't you?
down in Macedonia.
Yeah,
Macedonia,
tell us
yeah.
about Macedonia.
Macedonia was kind of interesting. It provides a good experience, I think, for young broadcast journalists like me who don't really get a chance to get out a whole lot other than the city stuff. To be deployed in, I don't want to say combat situation, but in a field environment, out there where you don't have the luxuries of having your edit cell at the station, a telephone nearby. You're out there with just the bare necessities. So it was really interesting for me.
Yeah. How long were you there?
Combined, I mean, I made several trips down there, but combined almost 2 months. When I went for weeks at a time, and then there were a couple times where I just flew down and back to cover.
Did you get into the town at all?
Sure did. I went to a lot of places, and it was just so neat there, and the people were really friendly to the Americans, and especially the kids.
I like your reports. Your reports are great.
I tried to show what it was like for the soldier that was there. I mean, there was, of course, the hard news. Yes, we're out on the OPs and we're doing patrols, but I also wanted to try to show the lifestyle that the soldiers had to live with, the barracks, what they had to eat for lunch and dinner and breakfast, and how they got up, what they did during the day besides the patrols, the training that they did.
Yeah, it was great.
So, to give people a wider view than, I mean, because I've seen a lot of reports from there since then, and they all seem to focus on the mission. This is what they're doing. Yeah, okay, true. But what are they doing when they're not doing the mission? You know.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Just give him an extra.
Okay. Give him a 5 count before you do it.
Thank you, I'm running.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's our newscast for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Army Sergeant Hank Benitez. Have a great evening.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Hey, Hank, I just want to stop by and congratulate you on your news.
Thank you, Mr. White.
You've been doing a great job.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
I've seen you down in Macedonia and all over the place.
Yeah, we tend to get around here at AFN. Macedonia, Somalia. Yeah, we travel around.
The Army travels.
Yes, it does.
Tell us about Macedonia, if you would.
I spent a combined total of almost 2 months down there. That was traveling back and forth, staying for weeks at a time, and a very barren location. Definitely didn't have any facilities there other than my camera, extra batteries, a couple of lights, and a few extra tapes. But it was interesting to be in a field environment for me.
I can imagine.
Out there, literally in the middle of nowhere, in a strange land, and doing news reports for AFN to let the family members and the rest of the Americans back home know what was going on down there in the Balkans.
You did a terrific job. I hear you're going to Heidelberg, AFN Heidelberg?
AFN Heidelberg, I understand, is a new station down there, been on the air for quite a while now, and I'm looking very forward to that.
Lots of luck.
Thank you, Mr.
Keep
White.
up the good work.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Okay, good. Thanks, Hank.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Hank.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
He's the news director. How are you doing on records here?
I'm doing fine. I got 2 minutes here.
Can you be bothered by these guys for a minute? Okay, well,
Not a problem.
yeah.
What can I help you with?
Well, we're going to kind of walk in here if we could, and I don't know if you met Mark White before or not. Have you met?
How you doing?
Sergeant Rich Green.
Good to meet you.
Seen your reports.
Rich just returned from Somalia. He spent almost 6 months in Somalia with AFN doing his stuff. So he's just returned from that, and he's also our news director. But as you can see today, he's sort of substituting for the afternoon show and trying to get that all together.
Sitting in.
How long have you been with AFN?
Been with AFN for 2 years. I've been in the Army for 6. I was down in Panama, I've been in Greece, and I've been in Honduras prior.
Getting around.
Getting around, and the Army's good for that.
Where are you going from here?
From here, I'm going to Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Radio?
No, I'm going to be working psychological operations.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
And very interesting. It'll be a new challenge.
How do you like AFN Berlin?
AFN Berlin's been a great tour. It's been a great tour. There's so many opportunities, not just being at AFN, but also being in Berlin. Berlin is a different city. There's no other city in the world like Berlin as far as the opportunities for travel. And then, you know, the relationship that the Americans have with the Berliners is something that you don't find in any other community in the military. It's not the same in Greece. It's not the same in Panama. It's not the same in Honduras. It's not even the same in Italy or so many other large American overseas bases.
Good. Well, lots of luck to you.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Thanks, sir. Thank you very much.
All right.
Military 9790.
Here's a change the Office of the Adjutant General would like you to know about. If you need an application for either a U.S. visa or passport, stop by the AG's Personnel Reassignments Branch. They're located in room 1071 of Building 1, Clay Headquarters. The application period can be lengthy, so start the process well before your PCS date. For additional information, you can call Berlin Military 6656.
Here's the EFM weather forecast for tonight. Cloudy skies. Expect thunder showers overnight. Winds will be moderate out of the north with a low temperature of 50 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius. Tomorrow, hey, it's finally going to dry out, but it'll be cloudy in the morning. Light to moderate winds out of the north and a high temperature of 64 Fahrenheit, 18 Celsius. Currently in the big city, it's raining. Ugh. Moderate winds and it's 52 degrees.